Hello, hello. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to Stamping A to Z. I am back after 2 weeks of no lives, which I missed terribly. I had even brought stuff with me to try and do a live. Things just got a little busy and it didn't happen, but I'm back now. So hopefully you'll come back and watch again. If you're watching, say hi. Let me know where you're watching from. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching. I love making these lives, so I'm happy to be back and stamping again. So today I have a couple, it's kind of a combined, one's a technique and one's a new product that we have. So I'm going to be combining the enamel effects. We have two different ones available in the annual catalog. One is metallic and one's pearlized. And I'm going to be showing you how different ways to use those, and along with the Trucking Along bundle, which is in the online exclusives, so they can only be found online. However, the punch is back ordered, and I just noticed it was supposed to be into August, and now it's into October. The stamp set is still available. It's just the punch that's not available. So I do apologize. It'll be a while before it's available if you fall in love with it. You can still fussy cut, which there is some fussy cutting in this anyway, so it's all good. There is one other promotion on this month, and that is our kits are on sale, and I should have pulled some out. I will pull them out next week and show you some of the kits that are available. They are up to 30% off. You can go onto my online store and go into kits, and it'll show you everything that's on sale, even the brand new one, which is a Christmas tags kit. That one is even on sale as well. So if you're looking for a kit, if you're going away on holidays, if you're just sitting watching practices for your kids and want something fun to do while you're doing it, kits are a great one to have. Everything's there ready for you to use, and you can just put them together. So it's a really great way to keep crafting, such as going on vacation and getting your little craft in. I brought stuff, but I didn't even think to bring a kit, and that was my bad, because that one's an easy one to kind of pull out and do. Anyways, let's turn you around and let's get started on these projects. I will try and not make you seasick here. Try not to hit and I know I'm bad. Do not use this host code. I forgot to switch to the July host code, which is my bad. Let me just put this down a little bit more so you can see better. Okay. And then we will, oh, I'm rusty. I forgot to turn the volume down on my iPad. 2 weeks is a long time not to do lives. All right, hopefully I will see comments if you are watching. Okay, so the Trucking Along bundle is this stamp set and punch. So like I said, the punch is not available. It cuts out the truck. It's cute. It's awesome. But as long as you have the stamp set, you can do the same stuff. So that is, and you'll actually see I cut out the truck in one of my samples today without using the punch, and you'll see why. The enamel effects can be found on page 137 of the annual catalog. So there's the metallic ones, which come in gold, copper, and silver. And then there's the pearlized ones, which I don't know why I have them in the bag. They come in the white, the red, real red, and black. So black and white. Actually, these are great for Christmas. Black is great for Halloween. All sorts of, and then the metallic ones are great for fall. So if you don't already have them, you might want to take a look at them. All right, so those are the things I'm going to be working with today. My first project, oh, I lied, I have one more project. Hi, Marcy. Not one more project, one more item. So on the online exclusives as well, there is a beautiful suite with a sleigh and all sorts of stuff. I didn't get the whole One Horse Open Sleigh suite, but I did get the paper because the paper is super cool. So again, this is found on the online exclusives online on my online store. So I am going to be using a piece of this with the trekking along. So I just wanted to show you. It's 6x6 paper, so it has like really nice scenery backgrounds. Oops, and a little fox, some wood. So it's got a lot of variety to choose from, whether you use the fronts or the backs. My little Bambi. And we've got, I really like the colors too, isn't that cute? Oops, is that's part of a different one here. There, that's the woods. Oh my goodness. Okay, and then this is the one I'm going to be using today. And the back of that is this one. And then we've got this green and a pretty sunset or sunrise. Some more trees. I love these trees. And then what's on the back of this? Another scenery. So super cute paper. I had to have it even though I wasn't buying the suite because I thought this can be used with so many different things, and I'm sure for Christmas stuff, which I just put my pre-order in. Hopefully it'll come sooner than later. I didn't express post it this time because last time it actually took almost as long as the regular post, so I was a little disheartened by that, so I'm trying regular shipping. We'll see. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. All right, so for this first card, I just want my scenery to have the house. I was hoping to get, I guess I could have gone this way. And why don't I do that? Oh, but then it won't be tall enough. Hang on, let's see if we can make it. So if we cut off, yeah, let's see if we can make this work. I'm going to change the directions of the way I went because, like I said, I wanted to have these other trees in, but I was going portrait instead of landscape and I couldn't get it in. But now that I'm thinking about it, it's like, why? What was I thinking? Okay, hopefully I can fit my truck in here though. That's the only, we'll see. We'll make it work, right? We gotta try things to see if they work. It's all about playing, right? You just gotta play. Okay, so then I need a piece of scrap. Where did my scrap paper go? There it is. All right, then we need our truck. So now the truck has two, it has the fill-in and it has the outline, and it also even has the wheels to fill in. It's great. So I'm going to use, I'll use the black. I used in my sample, I used basic gray, and it makes it a little bit softer, but this way you'll be able to see the difference between using a softer gray and the black. Okay, and then I have some real red, and I think I have some pecan pie, and I have the pecan pie as my rest, because to me this is a rusty old truck, not a brand new special thing. So then I've got a sponge dauber and my pecan pie. So I'm going to stamp this in my red, and then I'm going to take some pecan pie and I'm just going to add it to, take off the red. a little bit. And you gotta huff on it to get it moist again. And then we're gonna stamp it down. I think my red needs some, yeah, my red needs some re-inking. It's getting a little, let's just stamp that again because I don't like it being all blotchy like that. There we go. Now it's a darker red, but that's okay. And then, which I forgot to take out, I took my red blend, and this is supposed to be highlights, but I like it to be highlighted in the same color. And with the blend, it just kind of blends it in. So these lines are supposed to be here, but I don't like it as a white. I prefer just more of a highlight. What do you guys think? I think I prefer it that way. All right, so then we could do the wheels. I didn't want to use black because I think it would just be too stark, so I used basic gray here for the wheels. Isn't that such a cute truck? It is so adorable. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, and then I just used, again, a blend. Because, you know, your wheel aren't usually white. And then we can add it to the bumpers. And then with the windows, I always like to color them in with some Pool Party. Because, again, they're not white. They have glass, and glass has a bluish tinge. So that is what I went with. And then you've got a whole choice of things to put inside of the truck bed. You've got trees, you've got another palm trees, so Christmas versus beach. You've got presents, flowers, and of course you could make a scene with the trees and stuff. So with this one, since it's a red truck and it's a Christmassy thing, I'm gonna go with the Christmas tree. But you'll see my other ones are not Christmas, as it is not Christmas yet. Although I will be starting Christmas cards soon. I was hoping, I don't know, something about Christmas in July just makes me want to do Christmas cards. Get started, get moving, and I've been horrible. I have been horrible in the last, I don't know how many years, about sending Christmas cards. I did that challenge last year, and I made 30 cards that I posted every day, and I never sent them out. You know, Christmas, by the time it rolls around, it gets so busy. And then I don't have people's mailing addresses anymore, right? Who has that problem? I'm trying to, and then people move, and so I'm going to try and update my mailing list. It's on my list to do, but I'm going to be better this year. I tell me that every year, but I'm really going to try. So, but I have a really crazy year ahead. Lots of travel, and I don't know, for those of you that know me, I don't necessarily love to travel. So, you can see that punches out. So it punches out wheel wells. It punches out, I believe these are the wheels. And then it punches out the little window. Yeah, so because the wheel can go under the wheel well, like so. But we're not using that. And then for the items in the truck bed, if you want them to pop up instead of stamping them down, you have to fussy cut. And I just realized I'm probably doing half of this off screen because I zoomed in. Oh my goodness. See? 2 weeks away and I'm out of practice. Have you guys been crafting this summer? Do you find it harder to craft in the summer or easier? I always think it'll be, oh, I'll have so much more time. Don't have to drive people to anything. Yeah, not so much. My youngest trains every day. Can't wait till he can drive. Okay. Then you'll find me in my craft room all the time. So then this can sit in my truck bed just like so. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of glue here. And that was a bit much glue. Try and push it down, not up. Okay, there. And then he's gonna be popped up, so I'm just gonna put some dimensionals on so the glue doesn't stick to everything as I make a mess of my workspace. There, then I can put it and it won't stick to anything. All right, so then I've got my landscape paper. And see, this will fit just fine. And then there's a little kind of, I don't know, to me it signifies a roadway or something for the truck to kind of sit on. What do you think? And I just realized I didn't cut out the rest of my stuff to put the card together, because normally I jump to the card, but I will show you what I wanted to do with the enamel effects, and then I'll show you the finished card. So here I decided to just go straight on with the enamel effects, and I wanted to put the gold onto the lights because I thought then it would kind of pop the lights. So all you have to do, it's very simple. Whoa. Just squeeze a little bit. No, I'm not squeezing enough. Depends how big you want it or how prominent. The more you put on, why is this coming out? The longer it will take to dry, and it will take a while to dry. Like when I say a while, I mean like at least an hour. Depending, I mean, if you have a really thin layer, maybe not. I will show you. So I was not prepared enough, and I did not make the things I needed to make with my enamel effects yesterday. So I made them this morning, and they're still not dry enough to peel. So I'm gonna have to show you, but not actually do them, and they're not even on my projects because I was hoping they'd be dry, but they weren't. Okay, so there's my lights. You could go, if you wanted to do the tree lights as well, you could. I don't think I want it more on the house. So that's the straightforward way of using your enamel effects. You can just outline something or use it as lights or whatever. So here's my finished card. I stamped the special delivery and used the, what are they called? These new ones, nested essential dies. So that's this piece here. And then, yeah, these ones are dry. So those are my lights. So that's the difference between a portrait and a landscape. I kind of like that it has more of the trees. So if we covered this up, and then it'll look better with my, I had a hard time deciding where to put my sentiment. So, I don't know what I was doing. I have to cut this down a little bit more. Either way, I think that's good. Anyways, okay, so that's the simple. Now on to a different way of using these babies. Let's just put that over there. All right, the next one is to, well, how should I show you this? I will show you. Okay, so I took a piece of just basic white, you could use any paper, and I stamped a bunch of shapes. You could stamp any shape, but this is how it helps you to put on your enamel effects and actually get a shape. So I put it down and I used the white and the red, and obviously you can see I tried to take one of these off and it wasn't dry, so it smushed. You should be able to just pop them off. I'm hoping when they're dry, like I can see it moving. So once it's dry, I'm pretty sure it'll pop off. I will have to do an update post when they are dry to make sure. If I did it on the silicone, it would for sure pop off, and I'm pretty sure you could still see through. It's a little bit harder to see, but you can still see your stamping through it. So on the silicone, for sure you'll be able to get it off. On the window sheet, I'm pretty sure it'll come off, as long as you have something to scrape, like something like a tool. And I was gonna use, where did it go? I was gonna use the scraper tool for the putty. Oh my goodness, I don't even know where it is. I just had it out. Oh, here it is, this one. So I was hoping to just kind of boop, but they're not ready yet. So I apologize, but I will show you what I was gonna do with them. So these ones I'm gonna pop off, and I'm going to use them as filler for a shaker card, is the dots. So you could do like a whole sheet of dots and scrape them all off and then use them in shaker cards. So that was my first idea. So I've got a piece of basic white, and then I've pre-cut a window sheet and another piece of white. And I'm just going to go ahead and stamp my truck a bunch of times. I'm going to try and make it straight. So this is where the grid paper comes in handy. I don't know if my eyes are being funny, but I feel like, maybe it's because this is crooked, but I just feel like things are not straight. I was trying to line up the wheels and my eyes were going all wonky. Well, maybe they're just tired. Our older dog is having a lot of anxiety with storms. So the last couple of nights, despite being medicated, she has kept me up, and I'm a little bit tired. Thank goodness I don't have babies anymore. I don't think I could handle it. Tired all the time. Okay, so I've got my trucks. That was a little, I must have some juicy spots on my stamp pad here. All right, then I need some color. I'm gonna close this lid so I don't ink in black by accident. One of these I will use with red. You see? This is what happens. Might have a hint of red on my window sheet. Okay, and again, I'm gonna stamp off, but this one I'm okay if it's a little bit distressed. Okay, and we'll switch colors. So when you're switching colors, you want to make sure you clean off your stamp. And then we'll go to wild wheat here for a kind of goldy yellow truck. It looks like it's about to stamp pink, doesn't it? Tricked ya. Then we're going to use some boho blue. Ooh, this one's super juicy. Some are juicy, some are not. It's the other being away, your ink pads do funny things. I don't know if it's because I get so much direct sunlight, but I've had a few kind of get dry, and I don't know if I'm not inking them often enough. I never used to have to re-ink my old style pads. That being said, though, I did not do as much stamping as I do now. So, you know, is it, oops, let me put that away. Is it the stamp pad or is it the amount that I'm using them and the sunlight? I don't know. Okay, so then we've got the green. I actually kind of like that distressed look when you do them all. Cute. Okay, now I have a whole bunch of trucks. I need to fill in the wheels because to me it just looks wrong having all white wheels. If I can find my wheels. This is where, I don't know if it's because there's so many trucks. This is where I found my eyes were going buggy. And I find it hard when I can't put my head right above, because then you'll have a head in the camera, which I know not everybody wants to see my lovely head of gray hair. Okay, close enough. Then I'm going to take this piece and I'm going to take this not inked up stamp and I'm going to stamp it down so I have an image, because I now need to cut it out. So the reason I don't use the punch with this is because if I use the punch, then I would have holes from the extra pieces that I don't want to have. So I'm just gonna poke a hole and I'm gonna cut. I find it easiest if I cut a hole in here first and then work my way around cutting it. So I'm just gonna cut on the outside of my outline here, not on the inside, because I want to be able to see the outline through the window. And I actually got thinking after this, and I should have done it this time. I will show you. So here I cut out the truck and have it as my window. But then I was thinking I should have done my basket of stuff, because I think that would look cool too. But you'll see what I mean. So then I took a blending brush because I thought white is too stark on here. And I decided to go with my basic gray. And I just came in. It does not need to be even. Again, distressed, right? Okay, so we've got our truck, and this time I'm just gonna dry this because I'm going to stamp on it with some embossing powder, and last time it kind of stuck to the wet ink, and I don't want that. So, where's my, and then we need some Versamark. Actually, to make it even better, if I use my embossing buddy, give it every chance it has to not stick. Okay, and then put it right here. Oh, shoot. I just moved it. I think it moved. Anyways, heat over sunlight. Yeah, possibly. I mean, it doesn't get excessively hot in here, though. I don't know if that first part is gonna catch very well, but we'll see. We'll try. Oh. The is, there we go. Oh, that's pretty good. It's just this S that's a little smooshy. I'll take that. That's a win. Dry in Alberta. Yes, good old dry Alberta. It's crazy because just coming back from BC, my nose is so much drier every day now. So sad. And Gavin with his bleeding noses to make sure he sprays even more. All right, so that's going to be my window. Obviously, I need the window part, so I'm going to put that behind. So then I'm going to glue it down. Move that out of the way in case I get glue everywhere. Okay, so we have our window, we have our truck. I'm just gonna put, it has this cute little Farm Fresh stamp that just fits right on the door of the truck. Cute, right? Okay, then we need our pieces and parts, which I'm missing. So I used, if you ever have bits and pieces of your dimensionals, it's a good way to use them to enclose your window. We also have, if I can find them, oh, here they are, these foam adhesive strips, which are very handy to make the windows as well, because when you've got narrow pieces like this, you can easily come in and stick it on there. And then here as well. just need one on the top. Now, I am not going to enclose this because my enamel effects are not ready, and I'm going to put them in here, and I'll post a picture of it once it's done. I will show you the finished one that I had to kind of, and now it's all still, I don't know what's going on with these flowers. I used the daisies, so this is why I thought I should have cut out this part and had the flowers floating around. So these, I believe, oh, maybe are they retired? I was thinking they were in the annual catalog. No, they're in the annual catalog because I think they're part of the daisy suite, I believe. I hope. Let's see. Yes, loose daisy embellishments. So the yellow didn't go because I wasn't planning on using the yellow, otherwise I could have matched it up. But I did put and so that is what I did. But you can add, you know, whatever, if you wanted to do the trees or whatever to there. So my plan is to add the enamel effects dots to this as my shaker. I will post it once it's dry. I do apologize for the poor planning on my part. All right, the next one, again, I'm just using, I guess my plan is to use the hearts and the clouds, so they'll be popped up as if their own, it's like almost using an embellishment that's made. You're just making your own. So just think of it as sky's the limits on making any kind of embellishment that you want, but you need to give yourself enough time for it to dry before you make your project. So plan on making your embellishments probably at least a day before, and then they'll be good and dry when you pop them off and use them for whatever you're using them for. All right, third project. I've got my block here, and oops, I put it away. I am using soft seafoam. See, this is what I'm talking about. There was a super dry spot here, and I don't know what, it wasn't like that when I left. So I don't know if something got on it or what, but like it's almost like it's eating through the pad. So anyways, I need a new, not sure what happened. Some of these pads are getting pretty old too. But I will need to replace that one. And then, so that's soft seafoam, and this is balmy blue. I don't have to touch the two because I'm going to spray it with some water, and I am the worst at using these spritzers. Half the time I miss what I'm trying to spray. I've sprayed my face before. I've done all sorts of stuff. Okay, and then I think you've seen me do this before. You can use alcohol too. It will not spread as much as with water, so just be aware. I'm gonna get a Kleenex so I can mop up. And I am using the shimmer white paper, not just basic white, because it's more forgiving with the water. You could use watercolor paper as well. So I'm just gonna dab up any excess ink, or water, I should say, water and ink, and then it's easier to dry. Okay, I could have stamped that a second time. Make use of my ink. For Yolande, she uses up all her ink all the time. And I know I should, but I never have scraps. I need to have a box of scraps sitting around that I can just pull out when I have excess ink and want to stamp an extra background. Would be the better way to do things. So by using the clear block, it kind of gives me a nice shape on my, so it's mostly dry. You probably, it's better, the more dry it is, the better off you are, but that's okay. I'm just going to set it aside, and I'm going to make another truck here. I will do the basic gray this time instead of black. And I don't know why on the red the pecan pie does not show up as well, but you'll see on this one. So now I've got a lot of red in it. Okay, then I need to clean this off. That's the wrong color. Okay, then I'm going to use Lost Lagoon, and I have my pecan pie again. Okay, Lost Lagoon. So you can see we've got some rustiness. And then it just combines well for some reason with, so you can see it really does look rusty. Now, if you don't like that it kind of isn't solid, you can always go and get your blends. What did I say that was? Lost Lagoon? Nope, soft succulent. Where's my Lost? Here we go. So I'm going to start with light Lost Lagoon, just in case. Or if you don't want to use blends, or if you don't have blends, you can take an aqua painter, which I should have used sparkling, and just kind of blend it all together. And it really gets kind of a rustic. It smooths it out, and then you can still come in if you want to do the highlights with your blend. And I almost forgot to do my wheels. And then if there's too much rust for you, or you don't like, you can always come back and stamp over top of it again with some more Lost Lagoon till you get it right. Or you can paint the inside instead of using, using the solid stamp. Like instead of the two-step stamp, you could do that. So then I'm gonna do my pool party and my gray wheel. Cute, right? Okay, I don't know why it keeps cute, right? This truck is so cute. It's just such a cute little truck. Reminds me of, especially this color, reminds me of Tow Mater from Cars. I don't know how many times I watched that with my kids. Okay, so there's my truck. Hopefully this is dry now. Or I guess I could just show you my finished, you don't need to see me. Well, I'll show you the trees. Just cause, since my enamel isn't finished, I may as well do the cards. Where's my ground? My ground stump is missing. I found it. Okay. And then we're gonna hope this is dry. So it doesn't bleed everywhere. And then we're gonna take our palm tree. Now, I'm gonna pop up the truck, but I'm not going to cut out the palm trees. I'm just going to put them in the background. So I want to make sure it's below the truck bed. Like so. So that when I put it on, it's a little low, but that's okay. And then there's a fill-in if you want to do the palm tree. You can fill that in. Like so. And then you can color the surfboard and whatever and keep going with that. This is, well, I changed it a little, but this was a card done by one of our artisans that inspired me. She had like a background like this and it just was super pretty. So I colored in the ball and the surfboard. I've got my truck with its rest and just the special delivery, or you can use whatever sentiment you want. But isn't that cute? So the plan for this is to add some clouds in my blue sky, but it's not dry enough. No, it's still squishy. You can also, so here's another thing you can do. If you wanted to create like some grass or something, you could totally use the white and you can add color to it. So actually there is a stamp with grass, I believe, in this set. Where did the stamp set go? Yeah, so I could stamp this and then I could go in and do my thing. But before you fill it in, so what you can do is you can just put some on here and then you just want to come in and add, this might be too dark because it's, that's way too much. I would need to add some more. Anyways. And then you would just, oh, I've lost all my enamel effects. Anyways, you get the idea. You can color your enamel effects if you don't put too much color in. And then you could make, you'd have to pick it up and try and shape it like grass. But anyway, see, that's way too much ink still. You get the idea. That was a fail. I'm gonna, let's see. Let's see what happens. Let's spread it out. I don't know if it's too inky or if it'll dry, but let's just kind of, oh yeah, see, it's so liquidy I can't even make grass. Well, we'll see. I'm going to let it dry. I will post all of these onto the projects once they're dry, and you can, I'll keep you posted as to how it works. Anyways, that is my projects for this week. Hopefully my Christmas stuff comes, and actually a lot of the stuff in the Christmas catalog can be used all year round. Like they're not just very Christmas specific, so it's kind of nice. They're usable for a lot of different things. Yeah, it's nice how you can use the truck for all sorts of things. Okay, so this was the first easy peasy. Just put your lights with the enamel effects, and they just kind of round out themselves. Like I didn't have to shape them. And then you've got the shaker that doesn't like to shake. I don't know why it's sticking to my, I should have put more flowers in as part of the problem. And then this will have the clouds. So picture enamel dots and enamel clouds on here. But the truck alone is super cute. So you got a bit of everything. All right. Hopefully you have a great rest of your week. We'll see you next week, I don't have any plans to be away. Actually, oh, I can't even check on my phone. I do have a bunch of appointments for the boys coming up, but I'm pretty sure I try to avoid Wednesdays. But if I do, I will just push it later or to another day and I will post it. So anyways, have a great rest of your week. Have a great summer. If you're going on vacation, have a great vacation and enjoy. We'll see you next week. Bye.